we knew we were going to the White House, I thought, I hope I'll get a job.
I hate this biatch. None of them. And of course she would be with Erica Kirk at their Turning Point event. Turning Point is a CIA operation, okay? CIA, some shadow government operation. It was not grassroots, okay? They groomed Charlie Kirk from the time he was a damn teenager, okay? You didn't even know who his parents are. And I'm telling you, whoever those people were at the White House were not his parents when they gave him gave Erica that medal for him. No. I did research into Charlie Kirk when he was still alive. He was never on the right side of anything. He was not a Trump supporter. Again, he was a never Trumper, a never Trumpers. Because if they weren't smart enough then, this is my problem with it. If they weren't smart enough then and they were big deals, then they were not on the right side of anything, because anybody could see Donald Trump was not out to hurt the country. They were all afraid of him. And so you have to get this group that were never Trump. So here's my problem with it. When you're a never Trumper, it tells me you were a stupid person. Now, what they would say, well, I changed my mind. I know, but you were a stupid person to begin with. I mean, I know a lot of I don't mean this at the everyday people, because I know a lot of Democrats flipped. I'm not talking about you guys. That's not what I mean, because the everyday people were, manipulated, indoctrinated, some sects, to hate him. They hate Donald Trump. But as far as these people go, oh no, these people are shadow government. They're controlled by the shadow government. I've never liked Carolyn Leavitt, but I trust none of them in the White House. None of them. And I don't believe Trump trusts any of them either. That's the reason he falls asleep during those cabinet meetings. I mean, I would too. It's like sitting here listening to people you know are lying through their teeth, okay, about how much they support you. He knows he's said before, he knows who his true supporters are. Like, I mean, I've gone after Trump this term. I have, and I hate it, because it's like I feel torn so many times, because I don't hate him. Although I'm really just tired of the whole, like at this point I'm exhausted. So it's like, just crown all of the Trump family and get it over with. I'm not saying they want that, but with all the videos you see up about, that he's the king and everything, it's like, then just get it over with and put a crown on yourself if that's going to make you feel better. Okay, if the Trumps want crowns on themselves and jewels and, then go, just do it and get it over with. And then can you then focus back on the ordinary people? Could you try to do it Jesus's way? I mean, no man has. So I get it, but I mean, him talking about this, this greatness of going to the moon. Look at all of the problems we have on Earth, and we're focused on space. No, that's the shadow government. That's the shadow government. Think about how stupid the shadow government is. That's how stupid these people are. And of course, Carolyn Leavitt would be with Erica Kirk, because it's a Turning Point event. I know people have gone back and forth about, oh, well, Charlie Kirk was legit. He never was legit. He wasn't. Because he was a never Trumper too, so he was once a very stupid person. But he was groomed. He was groomed to control and indoctrinate the right. And unfortunately, he got a hold of most of Gen Z. That's why I said Gen Z got captured. Before he came along, they didn't get captured. And people say, but he got everybody to vote for. Oh, just stop it. Donald Trump didn't need Turning Point. He doesn't need I can't stand this grandstanding bullshit. Okay, Susie Wiles did this bullshit. Well, Charlie Kirk, is the reason Donald Trump got elected. Donald Trump doesn't need any of you fuckers, okay? Sorry, I'm Gen X. I got him out. He never needed any of you people to get elected. But you love to ride his coattails. You love to act like you've done him some favor. It's just, Carolyn Leavitt is just she's just part of all, they're all the same in there. But tech will push Turning Point out. Tech will push LGB out. It doesn't matter whether it's Peter Thiel, it's Elon Musk, it's Sam Altman, Silicon Valley in general, okay? They serve wherever the money is, okay? It's not like those people serve God. They serve themselves. Well, Elon wants to run around and say, oh, humanity and empathy. And it's like, you know what? You're part of the problem with the no humanity thing, Elon. You're more interested in robots than you are human beings, so you're a total hypocrite. I'm exhausted with all of it. I'm exhausted with all these people, and there's not one of them I trust. I mean, I could be wrong about some of them. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's just, but again, Trump is the mirror when the people change. Because like I posted, there's this sad video, and it goes on in every city, and we just ignore it and say, it's no big deal that there's homeless people. It's no big deal that people don't have food to eat. It's, they're druggies, fuck them, and it's like, but none of that would be going on in God's kingdom. None of that would be going on in God's kingdom. That's why I fight for his kingdom. I'm Beth Dutton for God. I won't back down from it. I fight for his kingdom. But as long as man wants man's kingdom, then the reflection you see with Donald Trump will reflect these losers. Not that Donald Trump's a loser, it's just these are the people that are in they're in their positions because they're sellouts. Not because they sold out to Donald Trump, they sold out to do the bidding for the shadow government. They did. I mean, they run around and play the God card all the time, but it's just throwing his name around. I mean, most of your churches do that too. They just throw his name around, but they don't surrender to him. I mean, that's literally what Jesus showed. I mean, if Jesus, had been saying in Scripture, in 2026, you guys will have this innovation, or in 2020 or in the 20th century, and my Father's going to be blessing all of that innovation. But what has that innovation done? It's taken us under a surveillance state. It's just been a tool that has allowed the shadow government to kill more people in war. I mean, innovation has, we think it's helped us so much advance, but when you do a pros and cons, it's like the cons are worse. But Donald Trump's all about innovation. Gen Z's all about innovation. I mean, it's a selfish generation. I don't know. I guess you could say every generation is selfish, but that's all you see. There's a reason they want to manipulate you young people on the left and the right. That's what the politicians, what do they don't really do anything. They should be the ones trying to, earn your vote. Instead, they have Turning Point on the right doing all this bullshit all over. Okay, Turning Point needs to be burned to the ground. I don't mean literally. That's the only thing that I will say that, I can't stand Candace Owens because she just serves another dark narrative. However, her hurting Turning Point is the best thing that ever happened. Because they're all social predators. They want to socially manipulate the young people to tell them this is how it should be, instead of those people surrendering to God. That's what God's waiting for, and that's why I said maybe it'll be the beta generation, which would be what? That would be the millennials' grandkids, the beta generation. Maybe they won't get captured. Every other generation's been captured. And then that's why God works in generations, because once a generation is captured, you won't unindoctrinate them. So do you see why he works with generations? Because then their mind is already, nope, this is what I believe. I'm not going to surrender to God. I'll believe the church before I believe, what Jesus did. Because the church will tell me what Jesus did, even though the church itself doesn't surrender to God. And I understand people don't understand surrender. It meant don't have a divided loyalty. Don't tell yourself it's okay to put one foot in the government's kingdom while you tell yourself you worship God. It's a divided loyalty. He wanted all of you.